All right, it's the follow-up video to the Cracked Magazine CGC submission. All right, guys, we are going to get into this video. I'm going to talk about what happened with the CGC cases, what did CGC do to fix the problem, and what my opinions are on how to fix this in the future. Before we get into this video, I want to remind everybody this Friday night, 8 o'clock on Whatnot, me and my boy Davis Ryder have a huge Spider-Man auction going on, 8 o'clock Eastern. And now's the time, if you haven't done it already, to use the link down below in the description. Get $10 off your first purchase because we have a very limited number of t-shirts dropping for this auction. Extremely limited. That's the time to use that $10, man. Get it $10 off of a t-shirt. We'll be showing that off Friday night. Again, VERYGARY_comics on Whatnot. So with that, if you guys didn't catch the video, which I'm sure you all did, and if not, I will put that down below in the description. I did a private signing with artist Ryan Brown. We did a bunch of sketches on some Last Ronins. They all came out beautiful. Sent it out to CGC. Keep in mind, the Last Ronin book is a magazine size submission, a magazine size encapsulated book, okay? Not your typical CGC slab, magazine size. We paid a lot of money actually to get those moving quickly because the modern magazine tier takes a very long time to get back. So we paid a bunch of extra money to bump it up a few tiers, insure it for a little bit higher, and have it come back a lot quicker, which it certainly did. Beautifully, came back very quickly. The problem was when the book came back, every single book had massive cracks in the case. During the video, I said 6 of 7. After closely, looking a little bit closer, there were 2 cracks, very subtle, but 2 cracks on the last book that I did not think was cracked. So 7 for 7. Every single book had cracks in the case, or complete damage, shattered corners. The box did look like it was dropped. Now, I have received boxes from CGC that have looked worse than that without a cracked case. The reason I think, in my opinion, that these books were all cracked and damaged, kind of a two-parter. Number one, they weren't packaged well. All 4 corners were exposed inside the box. And number 2, the magazine slabs in itself are just a lot flimsier and just seem weaker to me, in my opinion. So what did CGC do to fix the problem? Well, let me explain. I have, since I started this channel, talked about how fantastic CGC's customer service has been with me. I can only use my experiences. Some people may have different experiences, but with me, they have been top notch. Whenever I've had a problem, I've contacted them. They have rectified it, fixed it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Never questioned me on anything. This was well before I had any type of social media following. Forget Instagram, forget YouTube. Nothing. They took care of me. And I did tell this story once, and I'll do it again really quick. At Baltimore Comic Con, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I was just a nobody, just a regular guy, no channel, no very, very little Instagram account. And I used to go to Baltimore Comic Con for their on-site grading. I've never sold or set up a booth at Baltimore Comic Con. Never have. But I was there submitting books, and I received back, I remember exactly what the book was. It was a Batman #1 from the New 52, and Brittany herself from CGC handed me back all the books, and I looked at everything, nicey nice, but this one book in particular, the Batman #1 from New 52, had a big hair in it, like across it. And I said, ooh, this probably shouldn't be in there. She's like, oh man, absolutely not. Let me take it and go get it fixed. So she takes it away. Hour, 2, 3, however long later, I come back. She gives me the book back. All right, it should be all set. Here you go. I look at it. Well, the hair is actually still in there. Just moved a little bit, which was nice. Wasn't directly in the front of the book, but it moved. And I said, oh man, it's still in there. And I remember this like it was yesterday. I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You already took care of it. Thank you. And she was like, no, like that's not cool. I will get this fixed. She took it back from me, almost against my will, to get it taken care of, because number one, that is the person that she is. I will say that she's outstanding. But number 2, this is her company. That is not, very unsatisfactory. She's going to take care of this situation. And she absolutely 100% did. She took, and this, I'm telling you guys, this was like 6, 7 years ago. All right. Fast forward to this current situation. I called CGC. I don't know who was on the other end of the line, just customer service. No problem. She said, do me a favor, email me all the, the damage. I'll make sure it gets to the right place. In the meantime, Brittany had already reached out and like, look, I am so sorry. That is unacceptable. Here's what to do, and gave me the list of directions if you have a cracked case. Very easy to follow the directions. Very easy to follow. Printed out my own label that they paid for, sent all the books back, and they're already there. Like as we speak, this will cost me nothing. This is going to cost $0. They didn't do that because I have a big following. I've done this before where they've taken care of me literally as a regular person just submitting books before I had any social media following. They've done it before and they did it again. Now, this is just my experience, okay? I'm sure there'll be a million comments saying, oh, they only did that because you're you and all this. It's not true. It's really not true because I have past experiences. And I would hope that some of you guys in the comments in this video in particular say, yes, they were great with me when this, and this happened. It's unfortunate that I got a wrong label. Yes, I've read a ton of comments and a lot of people complaining about their quality control. But you got to try to remember this. They deal with thousands of books a day. And you're never going to hear somebody complain that their books came back perfect. Never. You're only going to hear about the people who complain that their books were cracked, broken, mislabeled, damaged. You'll never hear about the 90+% of everybody who got their books fine and dandy. If you guys watch a lot of my videos, you see how many books I open from CGC. How many? A lot. And how many come damaged? It's got to be 1% or less, right? This last video, I was pissed. Like you could tell, I was very upset. It wasn't packaged well. And again, the magazine cases are not good. So in my opinion, what do I think CGC should do in, moving forward with this? Number one, they have to find a better way to ship the magazine cases, because me and Maddie Forge were talking about this. You can't have weak cases and terrible shipping options for magazines, right? You either have to have really, really good shipping, which they should already, especially if they're not going to do anything to address the quality of the cases of the magazine. I think they should address that something to do with that quality of the magazine cases. Just my opinion. Will they? Won't they? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no idea. I do believe they should. Now, again, you've seen me, if you watch the channel, you've seen me open a lot of books from CGC, and you're well aware that a lot of the books, or maybe you're not, because I don't really show what the books look like when they come in, they do a fantastic job bubble wrapping everything, but when there's a certain amount of books, they end up with that crush proof or crush resistant cardboard around all 6 sides of the box, 4 sides and top and bottom, 6 sides. And again, I have taken boxes that looked worse than the one that I opened with magazines, that last video, and no problem at all. No damage. All the cardboard inside did what it was supposed to do and take the damage, and the books were all fine. And again, you could take this video with a grain of salt because I'm only one person with one experience and it was a positive one, but I do have multiple past experiences, all positive. I've never had a negative experience with their customer service. I haven't. And I know there's going to be the negative comments in there, and that's fine. Everybody has their own experiences with this company. Should they have 100% success rate? Yeah, of course. You could say that about anyone and anything, but sometimes things are going to happen, and what can you say? I mean, it's going to happen. FedEx is going to punt your box across the floor sometimes. The U.S. Postal Service is going to drop it on a corner. That's why their shipping method has to be that much better, because once it leaves their facility, it's out of their hands. And the magazine cases need to be, in my opinion, evaluated and looked at and upgraded. Or they need to get those custom boxes for magazine size like they have for comics. That's just my opinion. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you caught both videos. This is the follow-up, and we will be doing a CGC unboxing when these books come back. Now, with all that being said, if these books come back damaged again, and we don't know about the grades. Now, one thing at a time. If these books come back damaged again, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Now, the grades of the books should remain the same because the integrity of the physical book was never in jeopardy, never damaged. I don't believe it was. They were all top right corners. I mean, you couldn't get farther away from the physical book with the top right corner. So I don't know if they're going to be regraded. Again, only if the integrity of the book was jeopardized. And I don't believe it was. So hopefully we still see the 9.9. Hopefully we still see the 3 10.0s, 10s, first 10s I've ever received. And hopefully those 9.8s remain 9.8s. We will see, because we will be doing that CGC unboxing. And I just really hope everything goes well. I really, really do. Thank you guys for watching. I want to remind you again, Friday night on Whatnot, bookmark the auction. We're going to be doing giveaways as well. We're going to open up the show with giveaways and dropping these t-shirts, and there's going to be a tremendous amount of books being auctioned off. I think I have Amazing Spider-Man 300 and a 9.0. We're going to start the auction at $1. Everything starts at $1. It's going to be a lot of fun, and even if you don't want to spend any money, come hang out. The auctions are always a blast. Also, the end of the month, April 30th, the next YouTube auction. Jay's back, Matt's back, and we have a special guest. How about that? How about that? Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And as always, keep it comics.